Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is AEOPHEX. Today we're going to be talking about my painting from the Hominine Collection called Big Red. Now, before we talk about that, I'd like to ask you a question. If you were held by the standards of what you did 10, 20 years ago, what kind of person would you be today? In our society today, we like to hold people accountable for things that they did when they were less inexperienced, when they didn't know what they knew now. Hopefully, I like to think that like people that do things that are mean-spirited or not very well planned out didn't really intend for it to go that way. They had the best intention in mind, but didn't know how to properly execute it or explain themselves in a way that is conducive to, let's call it growth, to their own personal growth. Now, I think it's a good idea that we don't hold people to standards of things that they did when they were less inexperienced. Because if we did that, we wouldn't have people like Detroit Red. And this brings me back to the painting. Who is Detroit Red? None other than Malcolm X. And if you're not too familiar with Malcolm X, when he was growing up, he grew up in the hood. So, you do things in the hood that, are for your survival. And, you make mistakes, and sometimes you end up paying the ultimate price for it. Sometimes you end up with life in jail, or sometimes you get the chance to grow and to see the error of your ways and become something more. Now, if Malcolm X had been born in today's time, he probably wouldn't have those opportunities because he would still be held to the standard of being a thug or a thief. And when I painted Big Red, I had this in mind. See, me personally, I like to give people a chance to grow. Like, I look at things people say and things people do, and I don't hold it on them most of the time. In the cases where I do hold things on to people, I tend to wish them the best in their growth and hope that they can one day look back at the things that they're doing in that moment and think that they could do better, even if they don't apologize for it. Because sometimes when you're doing certain things, you don't feel bad about it, and sometimes you need to go through those things in order to see that there are better ways to go about it. And this is what I like you to see whenever you see this painting Big Red. I like you to see the growth that is within yourself and in the people around you. Those people in your life that you don't think highly of. People that you see in the mirror that you don't think amount to anything themselves. That is who I like you to think about when you see this painted Big Red. Give yourselves and the other people around you an opportunity to grow. Give people a chance to grow, and most importantly, give yourself a chance to grow. Hey everyone, Future Kent here. So I feel like I need to add more context to some of the things I spoke about in the video, and especially given today's environment, I feel like these things need to be outlined. So I feel like there's a big difference between growing and then actively stopping yourself from growing. Like taking into account how the officer that killed Breonna Taylor up to this day still have not been charged. Those officers that did that by not coming forward or facing that they even if it was, let's say it was a mistake. Let's say this was totally a mistake, and you feel bad about it. By actively stopping yourself from facing those things that you did, you're stopping yourself from being able to grow past it. And it's just I feel like that needs to be outlined, that to actively stop yourself from growing, you're only doing yourself a disservice, and the greater people that can be affected by you a disservice. So if more people that are in high place start taking more accountability for things that they do, then that had a trickle down effect where it can influence people that for the things that they're facing in their life that they're afraid to come forward about. It gives them more power to want to do that. And then going back to the example of the painting, the whole reason why I painted Malcolm X was not only because of the influence that he had from the person that he was, is that He went to jail and he used that time to reform his life. That is actively facing what you did and then growing from it. He didn't come out of jail still denying that he did these things. He admitted fully the type of person that he was before he went to jail, and then how it made him into what he is today. So, like, no matter what mistakes you make, and if you're running away from it, don't run away from it. Use those things that those mistakes you made to help you grow, because that's how you truly get into your power. Like, imagine if more officers that had, killed people. Let's say they, like I said, give people a chance to grow. So I'm gonna say loosely that, like, let's say these people that were killed by mistake. Set the example. If you made a mistake, face it, and then that shows other people that, hey, if you make a mistake, you can still grow from it. Face what you did, call a spade, and then grow past it. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think that kind of covers this topic in full circle-ish. I think. Yeah, we'll end it here.